We're now going to start on the extruder. After it's gotten up to temperature, first we're going to start out with some scratches. What you're going to do is on your extruder is you need to go in and pull the trigger. You've also got a button here for continuous speed, so you need to watch that. It's easy to hit. But first thing you want to do on your extruder is, I call it getting the booger out, push it. It's going to take a second for it to start coming out. As you can see, the first part of it is hard. We don't want to use that, so we go ahead and get rid of it. Whenever you're starting in on a scratch, you start up above it. The heat kind of heats the area up so that you can go on ahead and get a good bond. You just want to pull it and drag it. It just takes practice on doing this. And as you can see, just slowly goes on ahead and feeds it. And this is for scratches. You let loose of it and just pull it down to nothing. So as you can see, this is hot. You go through and you fix your panels. Basically, you want to get everything prepped out for your extruder. Go on ahead and start using it. As you can see, this patch or this scrape, you don't want to go too fast. You don't want to go too slow, but it doesn't matter because in a way it's kind of air-free. So if you don't quite get everything in there, you can go back over it a second time. So you always want to cut enough material so that you can go ahead and finish it. Finish out your area. These patches, they're a little bit tricky. What you need to do is you need to start out like this. You need to keep your air over where you're going to weld, and then just keep working it in. You come on around the circle and you're going to weld that patch in. You can see, kind of looks crummy, but it'll be just fine when we get done. It'll take time to cool. You want these to go ahead and cool off so that we can come back in a little later with the grinder. You go ahead and grind these off. You've got these smaller little nail holes. You can go ahead and try to repair those if you want. They're just a little tricky. The problem with the nail hole is it gets air in there and it will cause it to want to bubble up. So you press down on it pretty hard, but it'll still go on ahead and it'll want to bubble up on you. As far as your gun goes, when you plug it in for the start of a day, go on ahead and plug it in and leave it running all day, or at least until you're done with the process. There's no need of shutting it off for break. There's no need of shutting it off for lunchtime. When you do get done at the end of the day and your gun needs to, and you do go on ahead and shut it down, what you want to do is take your gun, and you'll see on the back of it here, you've got this. You want to hit that arrow that's pointing to the left. And what that does is it goes, as you can see, it shuts it down. You want this to keep running. We need it to cool off. This could take, depending upon how hot the day is, this could take anywhere from, if it's cold outside, it might only take 5 minutes for it to cool off to put it back in the case. it could take as long as 15 minutes to cool off. So, but you want it to cool off because you'll end up with, you'll know it's cool because this in here, number one, the air will cool off, which it is already. I can tell that, but it's also generating the heat, or it's taking the heat away from this main part of this gun.